foremost, Wes, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for allowing us to be a part of your Princeton High School football season. There's nothing more important to this Tiger offense right now than Grant Cochran. Grant, in the scrimmage that I saw against South Charleston, he was poised in the pocket. He was going through his checkdowns, looking perfectly. He was throwing downfield with precision targeting and finding his receivers, and he has created a target and a liking with a hookup with one Dom Collins that is going to be absolutely dangerous during the schedule this year. You know we're going to go 4 wide. We're going to go 5 wide. We're going to move those guys around. And when you've got receivers you can throw in the backfield, you've got backfield guys you can run out motion to the receiver position. And the freshman class this year, I'm telling you right now, is going to be about one of the most impactful freshman classes that Coach Pettigo's had. And two or three years from now, this freshman class, people are going to go, wow, oh my gosh, where'd they come from? And as far as I'm concerned, it's going to start off, and you're going to hear his name 2 or 3 times tonight for sure. Is a guy by the name of Brad Mosser. Came from Glenwood last year. He was a part of 2 back-to-back championships for the Glenwood team. He caught a touchdown in the scrimmage against South Charleston, then ran one for 55 yards at the quarterback position. We're going to call his name a lot this year, and Eli Campbell is just a massive chunk of humanity, and you're going to have to deal with it. You're going to have to double Eli Campbell if you're going to do anything to stop this Tiger offense. Before we get to the kickoff, I want to take a moment. Every Tiger football helmet on the back this year is adorned with an American flag, and inside the American flag is the number 2. That number 2 represents the jersey number of Will Thompson when he was a Tiger here at Princeton High School. Will Thompson is an American hero who graduated from Princeton High School, served his country admirably in the United States Army, had tours in Iraq. When he came back, he was a disabled veteran who ended up having to have lung transplants. He valiantly battled cancer. He succumbed to the horrible disease of cancer earlier this year. And this season, the Tigers will have that number 2 on the back of their helmet, and they will honor Will Thompson by dedicating this season to Will and his memory and his honor and pride. And I just want to take a minute on behalf of the Star 95 family and on behalf of Wes and myself and dedicate our entire broadcast season of Tiger football to the pride, the honor, and the American hero who is Will Thompson.
I know Will's kids personally. They adore their dad. They obviously miss him dearly.
Big Eli Campbell getting in there, getting bull rush in there. Like we talked about, his offensive line prowess is something special, but man, he's got so much speed into the gap, and he gets into the backfield, and quarterbacks just can't get away from him. Carter smelled the goal line, but he forgot to grab the ball and take it with him, and tough drop right there for Grant and the Princeton offense.
That's a clean snap back to Cochran. Grant's going to throw a fade. Nick Fleming goes up, jumps, and makes the catch.
What a
and
catch!
The back right high one, and Princeton leads at 20-0 on a beautifully thrown ball by Grant Cochran. And it was Nick Fleming making his Tiger debut on the gridiron that just ran right underneath of it, left at the last second, and came down with his first career touchdown pass, a 15-yard strike. Cochran to Fleming, and the Princeton lead continues to grow here as we do not even hit the halfway mark of the first quarter.
Nick Fleming, big touchdown catch in the corner. He ran the fade to the back corner pylon.
It'll be a
Wildcat
for Mosser inside the 20 to 15. He's still on his feet as he's dragged down from behind inside of the 10 along the far sideline. Let's see where they marking out at. It'll be at the 7-yard line, a 22-yard run for Brad Mosser, the freshman. Eric talked about him in the pregame. He was able to get some room on that sideline, had a couple of blockers out in front in a Wildcat formation, and he just tiptoed his way down that sideline. Princeton will be set up with first down and goal.
Brad's just such a dynamic football player. There's no other way to put it. He's a 3-sport athlete, and he's just a dynamic football player. And he had blockers, and when you give him 2 blockers like that, usually it's pay dirt, and they were lucky they got his shoestrings.
From the 7-yard line, 2-by-2 set, Mosser in motion. Cochran gets a high snap. He'll hand it off to Lowe. Markel Lowe, right between Eli Campbell and Mason Brooklyn for 6. It is his second 7-yard touchdown run of the first half. It's all Tigers at this juncture in the game. 26-0 with still a $1.54 left in the first quarter of play. Welcome to the Markel Lowe Show.
faked the handoff to Monster coming on the sweep, gave it to Markel, and he just barreled his way straight up the gut, put it in for 6. Markel low, hello to the offense, and man, Princeton's put it on an offensive show tonight. Look, Tom Collins got the football in the jet sweep just like you said. He got to the 30-yard line. He did a little whoop-de-whoop, and then next thing you know, he kicked into Batman after Jets, and he was gone off to the races. Goodbye, Tom Collins, and hello, Tiger touchdown. Simple football play, hit the guy coming across the field. Old kind of Hines Ward played Pittsburgh Steelers, used to run, and Carter called it in stride. And he tried to go downfield with it, but got caught right there on the sideline in a beautiful play.
Shot deep, will throw it into triple coverage.
Intercepted.
Picked off by Princeton, and it is DeGiacomo again.
A beautiful football play there by DeGiacomo. He got in position. He watched it the whole way. Atkins let her fly. Tamako was just right there. Chance Barker in at the QB position. He's a freshman, came in from Princeton Middle School. Watched him play last year. Absolute outstanding arm, not quite as quick on the feet. Landon Dillon will be the back of the backfield, freshman running back from Glenwood.
Give to Dillon, and he is going to get bottlenecked and throw him down for a loss.
Dillon's got that short and stocky frame, and he's got to get the legs churning. But once he gets him moving, he gets moving. But he's having a hard time getting the engine churning here against this oversized line.
I think not. Barker will drop back. He's going to take a shot deep, and he's got a Marvin Howard, and he took his eye off the ball. He was a couple of steps behind the defense at the midfield stripe and just couldn't haul it in. That was
Barker's got the arm, and boy, he almost had the connection there with Howard. That was a good play. I mean, he didn't make the catch, but what a good play.
I thought Dom was going to get it, but he called my name. I was just really trying to score. Then I seen Brody was blocked for me. I had a wide open seam, and from there I was just trying to score and do my best.
last year. I think you only carried the ball. I have it written down in my notes. It was only a handful of times all of last year. What kind of changed for you in the off season for you to emerge as this playmaker for Princeton?
Well, I was just on the off season. I was just going harder, trying to make myself better, and trying to be the best player I can be. Because last year I really do that good. I wasn't starting at all, so I tried to do better and try to get that starting spot on varsity, and it happened.
Was that more of a product of you guys just having all those skill guys we talked about in the pregame, Dom and you and Brody and Carter Meacham and Amarvion and just a ton of guys? Does that help you guys pushing each other?
Yes, sir. Yeah, just hype and all that. We always got to get us hype and all that, and them pushing me, just making me a better player, and all the seniors and all that. Yeah, they're just pushing me, making me a better player, I think, and getting us hype, and every time we make a play, cheering us on, I think it makes it better.
You know, Markel, I know there was a lot of talk at one point you'd be the Wildcat quarterback, you might back up Grant, but you end up as the starting running back in the backfield. Did it ever mess with you a little bit being in those different positions? Because you looked like just a pure natural running back to me. I don't think I could ever imagine you dropping back to throw a pass. I mean, I know it's crazy, but but you just look like a natural running back to me. Did you ever have any lack of confidence playing that position?
Not really. I just wanted to get the ball and just run and do my best. So it really didn't matter.
Run, Markel, run, right?
Markel, talk to me about your line here. Those guys have played a lot of football together, especially Chase and Eli and Mason. What are you seeing whenever they just open up these massive gaps for you?
I just thank them. I'm glad they do that for me because, you know, you need a line. If you don't got a line, you can't do nothing without a line. So them opening the hole for me, I think is a good thing for me. I can't do anything without them. So I really thank them very much.
This was a very good football game tonight. Now I want to shift gears with you just real quick. You got the Bluefield Beavers next week. Now that's a formidable foe, and there's something crazy going on at Mitchell Stadium right now as we talk. So Bluefield down a bunch of points at one point. Now they're down 2, and I don't know what else is going on. But what do you think about next week already? I know it's prep time already. As soon as this game ends, it's already prep time. So what do you think about going into Mitchell Stadium next week, 1-0, and it's Bluefield time?
Yeah, I think it's going to be, because last year it was close. I think it's going to be a hard game. We just got to push together, get to the ball, do what we got to do, keep the foot on the gas and all that. We just got to get to the ball, don't let it down, bro. And got to do our best and go hard. Don't stop.
All right, Markel, we thank you very much for your time here. Huge shot in the arm early.
Yeah.
And when I talked to you earlier in the week, you just kind of had this look in your eye when you talked about Markel, like he was ready to do something special, and we saw it tonight already.
Yeah, no, I mean, first time he touched the ball, we've been working on that kickoff return, and, he took it to the house. We got two really good guys back there deep. I don't think you want to kick to either one of them.
How much does it help? I just asked Markel the same thing. How much does it help? You have 6 or 8 guys that are constantly pushing each other because they want to be the guy and they want to make an impact.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard. We want to try to mix the ball around as best we can, but what we try to get our guys to understand it. And 1 week it's Markel, next week it's going to be Dom, the following week it's going to be Carter Meacham, the next week is going to be another guy. We didn't even mention Nick. And Nick caught his first touchdown playing here, and we're doing a lot of good things. We encourage competition. I think we compete in practice, at a high level, and I think it's showing out on the field.
Your defense, I think, maybe got overshadowed tonight because you put 53 points on the board, and all these guys made plays offensively. But you guys only had 1 drive tonight where you started in minus territory, and that was, in the fourth quarter. Remember, it was kind of a JV game broke out there. But man, your defense, and I thought your front four was amazing. Michael DiGiacomo came in and made a huge impact tonight. Your linebackers did their job. Just a complete effort defensively.
Well, we're getting to the football right now. I think there's some things we need to clean up in the run fit. But I mean, if our guys are hustling and running to the football, we can clean all that other stuff up. So no, I mean, our defense did a well of a job. We played with a short field all night long, and if we continue to do that, we're going to be successful.
Coach, specifically defensively, I want to talk to about one guy because we said his name about 40 times tonight. But Brian Rohde tonight was a fantastic player. I don't think there was a defensive play he wasn't in on. Talk about having a guy like him on defense.
Listen, I love Brian. He didn't get to play a whole lot last year. He's a 4-year guy. He's waited his turn. He's worked hard in the weight room. He knew, he started in the Spring Valley game. He knew what he wanted to do. He come in all season. He's put forth the work. And he's enjoying the fruits of his labor. He has worked extremely hard to get where he's at, and I couldn't be more happy for him. I know he had a well of a game tonight. He was coming off the edge. He was causing chaos all night long. And, if he can do that, it's going to be a fun year.
I know you've talked a lot about the weight room, and I know your off-season workouts have been so weight room heavy. Yeah. Are we seeing the real benefits of what that weight room program has got for Princeton right now?
Yeah. No, I mean, I think we don't have a lot of dudes, man. I mean, we had varsity guys in the weight room yesterday while we were working our young guys, getting them ready for their Monday JV game, and we had 17 guys that were in the weight room. It's not like we have a bunch of dudes. Now, some of those JV guys are spotting and getting some playing time, obviously, in that first group. But we work hard. I mean, those guys work hard. They got to be in condition. I think we're in the best condition right now. Obviously, it was a hotter evening. I think we benefited from playing an 8:15 kickoff because that sun went down, and it was nice. It was still humid. But, we have conditioned these guys. It's probably the best conditioned group I think that I've had since we've been here, and we want to keep the hammer down. We got to have a great week of practice this week.
Let's look at Bluefield next week. I know that you don't take anyone lightly, regardless of what that outcome ends up being over Mitchell Stadium tonight. Obviously, their best player is probably their running back, Amir Harrison. He can cause all sorts of chaos. He kind of reminds you of maybe a J.J. Davis or a Mookie Collier, maybe a hybrid of those two guys. Sure. But what else does Bluefield present for you next week?
Speed. Speed from every position on offense and defense. They have the other Harrison kid, RJ, playing defensive end, is scary. We've got to have some answers for him. We feel like that we're going to match up good inside, but they're a heck of a coach ball club, and they played a well of a game tonight against a good Grand Ball club, and we're going to have to come out firing on all cylinders and play at 4 quarters.
I want to ask you one more final question about your line play. It feels like those guys, for as much football as they played, Chase, Eli, Mason especially, it feels like they just kind of just do their own thing. You don't have to coach them a whole lot right now.
We still coach them. Coach Campbell can't go a day without coaching. But no, I mean, we're doing well. I think there's some things tonight that we've got to look on tape and clean up, but it's nothing we can't fix. We had a couple bad snaps, a couple operations that we missed, but I mean, for the most part, we played with the short field all night. It looked like we were still getting big plays and doing some good things in the run game. Got a lot of guys, several guys with touches, and Grant, come out of the ball field, out of the backfield with some zone reads and did some good things.
our line's worked hard. I mean, we've got 3 guys that's played a lot of football, you know, and 2 of those guys are just juniors, and then Mason's been playing since his freshman year. You know, Anthony Larkin stepped up tonight and played left tackle, and you know, we'll evaluate him on tape, but it looked like he did a pretty good job. And then we had a left guard, a freshman, you know, that's Damian, that's coming in, and the thing that why he's playing is he plays with a high motor. You know, he's 6 foot 260. He's a good sized kid. He's quick to learn, and you know, we're really excited about our offensive line. I think we're going to get better.